Hi everyone, this is Kevin McNamara. Welcome to the Inspired Healing Podcast. This is a place where we talk about everything from plant-based diets to meditation to good healthy relationships and everything in between. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you have any questions, please hit me up and we'll get those answered on the next podcast. Thanks for listening. Let's go inside. Hey everybody, Kev here. Welcome to the Inspired Healing Podcast. A big shout out to my sponsor, which I'm very honoured to have them. That is a company called Mealfan, M-E-A-L-F-A-N, mealfan.com. Go and check it out. Their goal is to be the biggest and the best food home delivery service in the world. That's mealfan.com. And welcome to today's episode. Today I wanted to talk to you about something that I'm very passionate about. I was on a podcast the other night and I was asked the question, what would you do or what would you tell someone who came and saw you and said, look, I'm lost, I've got no direction in my life, I'm not sure what I want to do, where I want to be, I'm just out there in the wilderness basically. And I said, right, the first thing everyone needs to do is to take responsibility. You have to take responsibility for your life because no one else can lead your life for you. And so many people, especially now with COVID around, or in this lockdown, so many people are blaming the government, they're blaming their spouse, they're blaming their kids, they're blaming everybody except themselves. And certainly with COVID, there's no one to blame there as far as, it's pointless blaming other people because we'll probably never know the real story of how it all started. And there's no point even going down that rabbit hole. But certainly as far as your life goes, no one is to blame for where you are except you. Have a look at yourself. Where are you now? Just do a quick reconnaissance on your life. Just have a look exactly where you are. And where you are there because of you. No one else. You can't blame your ex-wife or your ex-husband or anybody like that, ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, because it's all on you. You have choices, you make choices, and until you take 100% responsibility for your life, well, you're not going to get too far. You will remain a victim, and victims just blame other people, and they live very miserable, ordinary lives. They're constantly looking for an excuse to blame someone. If something bad happens to them, it's always someone else's fault. Don't be that person. There are already too many of those people in the world. Just have a look on social media. So many people out there, something goes wrong, they just blame. They just play the blame game, and it's everyone else except themselves. So number one, take responsibility. You are responsible for your life. It is your choice, no one else's. So never use that as an excuse. If you do, you are just as bad as every other victim out there that's blaming everybody else. Only you can change your life. And when you do take responsibility, your life starts to change. You start to realize, hey, I'm in control of my life. You can sit down in a movie theater, look up at the big screen and just pretend that that is your life. It's a blank screen and then you start creating it. You create your own life. What do you want it to be like? It's a great way to take responsibility is just say, right, from now on, this is it. I'm it. Whatever happens is entirely up to me. And then you can design your own life. It's fantastic. The second thing, you need to have a purpose or a meaning in life. If you don't have a purpose or a meaning in life, what have you got to look forward to? What's going to drag you out of bed in the morning to get up really fired up? You have to have a purpose. You have to have that North Star that you continually look at and think, yep, that's where I'm heading. Now, you may never get there, and that's fine. But the enjoyment and the thrill and the inspiration comes from aiming for it and working your way towards that goal that you want and really enjoying that. But if you don't have a purpose, you don't have a meaning for being here, then guess what? Nothing is going to happen. You're going to be running around in circles again. You'll revert back to that victim and you'll be blaming everybody else. So it's not a place you want to go. And the first thing you need to do is work out what you want. Now, I can ask you what you don't want, and you write down 1,000 things. I don't want this, I don't want to be broke, I don't want to have a horrible partner, I don't want this. So you know what you don't want, but what do you want? That's the real key. And most people have no idea. So spend some time, maybe over a weekend or an hour when you're free, on your own, sit down in silence, no music, no TV on, turn your phone off, and just sit down and really work out, what do I want in my life? Where do I want to be in 12 months? Write that down. Give yourself a purpose. Find something that's going to excite you for the next 12 months and longer. What is it that you want to do? Where do you want to be? What kind of business do you want? What kind of job do you want? What kind of partner do you want? Write all that down. And then you've got somewhere to aim for. You've got something to aim for. You've got a direction. But without that direction, without that meaning, without that purpose, you're going nowhere, and you're going nowhere fast. And most people, they're spiraling out of control. So take responsibility, find your purpose and your meaning, and you're on your way to creating your own history, creating your own life. So go and do that now. If you're not taking responsibility, start doing it. Find a meaning. Write down what you want. In 12 months, where do you want to be? What do you want to be doing? Write it all down, and your life's going to change. Okay, guys, thanks for listening. Appreciate that. I hope you got something out of that. Hope that all makes sense. I hope it resonates with you, and you can start changing your life. Don't forget, go and check out all the links down below there. We've got a great Meditation for the Soul Facebook group. Really loving the group there. We do live meditations once a day, either myself or Joy. It's fantastic. And there is also our YouTube channel where we post meditations up there as well, and some great meditations they are. Jump on there, go and subscribe to that YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast here. We're getting heaps of subscribers, and it's really, really appreciated. So thank you for doing that. And if you get a chance, jump on over to Apple Podcasts, leave us a review. Would love to see what you think about the show, good or bad. I thrive on feedback. So thanks for doing that. Really appreciate it. And I'll be back tomorrow with the next podcast. So go out, start taking responsibility, and find what it is that drives you, your real passion. We've all got it. Don't say you haven't. You have. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Well, I really hope you enjoyed this episode of the Inspired Healing Podcast. If you did, please share it with your friends and family. Don't forget to subscribe. And to purchase your copy of my book, Do I Have to Cry to Say Goodbye? There's a link down below in the show notes. And don't forget to get your dose of daily live meditations. Come and join Joy and myself in the Meditation for the Soul Facebook group. Again, the link's down below in the show notes. Thanks for watching.